The Legend of White Snake. This is an old well-known traditional Chinese legend story. The taller girl is named by Yang Zi, and the other is Xiao Qing. It is said there used to be two snake spirits, White Snake and Green Snake, on Mount Ermei before. Since they envied the good life in the world, they changed their forms into human beings, and came to the world. On a spring day, they came to visit the West Lake. It started to rain heavily, and the two girls had to find some shelter from the rain. There happened to be a small boat nearby, and it was rented by a young scholar named Su Xian. Su Xian was so attracted by the beauty of Bai Niangzi and hurriedly invited them on board. He loved Bai Niangzi at first sight. Before long, Bai Niangzi and Su Xian got married, with Xiao Qing as their matchmaker. One day, Bai Niangzi asked Xiao Qing to bring some silver dollars and give them to Su Xian. She would like Su Xian to open up a pharmacy. However, Bai's family was then accused of stealing the treasury and giving it to Su Xian. And Su Xian was to be sentenced to prison. In order to avoid the disaster, the three of them fled Hangzhou and came to Suzhou. There they opened a pharmacy called Bohitang. That year, Suzhou city was plagued by a serious epidemic and many people died. Bai Niangzi did much research and found the right way to treat and cure patients. Many of them recovered. A vicious Buddhist monk from Jinshan Temple, named Fahai, came. He wanted to ruin their relationship in the name of saving Su Xian. He said his wife was a white snake thousands of years ago and she was going to kill Su Xian. He then gave Su Xian a bottle of Realgar wine and told him to have his wife drink. Then after drunk, she would change into a white snake, her original appearance. On the day of Dragon Boat Festival, Su Xian took out the bottle and Bai Niangzi felt headache after a few cups. She refused to drink more, but Su Xian kept persuading her to drink. And after another few cups, Bai Niangzi suddenly appeared in her original shape, a white snake. Su Xian was extremely scared that he fell to the ground, fainted to death. When Bai Niangzi woke up from the wine, she found Su Xian being unconscious for days. She knew what had happened. Then she came to Mount Kunlun, defeated two strong fairy boys and stole a Ganoderma lucidum, a medicinal herb with which she revived her husband. When Su Xian came back to life, Bai Niangzi explained to Su Xian that the white snake he saw was actually a dragon and this vision was indeed a good omen. Su Xian's fears were gone after he heard the fancy story. He felt that he had been fooled by Fahai and he apologized to his wife and they got back together. They loved each other more than before. However, Fahai did not give up. He tricked Su Xian into Jinshan Temple and forced him to become a monk. Bai Niangzi and Xiao Qing wanted to save Su Xian and they came together to the temple and asked Fahai to let Su Xian free. Fahai refused and scolded Bai Niangzi as a demon. They started to fight each other. After a while, Bai Niangzi felt a stomachache due to her pregnancy. She was going to give birth. Then she asked Xiao Qing to stop for the time being. And Su Xian escaped from the back window in a mess. When they met on the Duan Bridge one day, Xiao Qing blamed Su Xian for his ingratitude of leaving by himself. She wanted to kill Su Xian with her sword, but Bai Niangzi stopped her. Su Xian explained and comforted them well. After a long talk, they got mutual understanding and made up again. Before long, Bai Niangzi gave birth to a lovely son to whom they gave a name Meng Jiao. The family were very happy. Su Xian said, "I'll never believe what the evil monk said. Even if you are really a snake." He promised he would never change mind and would love Bai Niangzi forever. Unfortunately, their peaceful life did not last long. The evil monk came again one day. He used his magic alms bowl to cover Bai Niangzi so that she could not move. Bai Niangzi told Xiao Cheng to escape and wait for a chance to come back to save her someday. Susan's heart hurt as if pierced. A reunited and happy family was then destroyed again. Since then, Bai Niangzi was put under Lei Feng Tower. Many years later, after accumulating enough energy and strength, Xiao Qing came back to the West Lake. She fought and beat Fa Hai, broke his alms bowl, and saved Bai Niangzi. And they burned the Lei Feng Tower. Bai Niangzi and Xiao Qing stood on top of clouds. They were just as kind and beautiful as before.